Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Daily Word. It is a beautiful, sunny, cold morning, and I am coming to you from the McDonald's in Coldwater. I just left therapy and stopped here to use their internet, and so if you could join me for our time together this morning and our continued conversation around the Daily Word. Today is Daily Word number 667. And I've chosen just one verse today. These are powerful words, however, that are meant for us as we live our lives. And the scripture is from Acts, the first chapter, verse 8. I'm sorry. And we hear this. You will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the end of the earth. So this particular text in the very beginning of the book of Acts is after the resurrection. Jesus had been spending time with the disciples. It's right before his ascension into heaven, and of course, right before Pentecost Sunday. And so Jesus is gathered with the disciples, and he says, look, he gives them what I consider to be an enormous task. You will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the end of the earth. What an amazing task. I often wonder about the disciples accepting this gigantic task, if you will, to be witnesses. Now, what's it mean to be a witness? We think about that as maybe in a courtroom, a witness to an auto accident, having to sign your name as a witness that you watch somebody else sign their name. But this particular task given to the disciples, and I believe to us, is a bigger task. And what it really means for you and for you and for me, Jesus calls us first and foremost to bear witness to him, to his life. So if we think about how you and I might do that, all these thousands of years later, how we might bear witness to the risen Christ and what that would mean. Now, you've heard me say it a million times what I think that's about. I think it's really important when we bear witness. It's how we handle ourselves, how we treat others, how we react in difficult situations, how we share the love of God with others. It's been said that the best way to share the gospel is without words, and we do that by how we live with each other, how we treat each other, and I think we've somehow lost track of that in the midst of our lives somehow, in the busyness, in the hustle and bustle of all we have, and then in the things that divide us. We've forgotten that we're called first and foremost to bear witness to the risen Christ. And if we were to do that, take that seriously, and when I think about that, how we would do that, I'm probably most drawn to the fact that you and I have to start small. We have to do that together. How we have to bear witness, the way that we choose to live in community with each other. And then once we do that and we bear witness, then that spreads out. One of the important things that we do in life, and one of the blessings I get to do, is to do. I was on Sunday at the Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Gavin, and he was funny. He thanked everybody for coming, everybody who was there, and even people who were dead. And I thought, what does he mean by that? Even the people who were dead. So when I got up to do the benediction, I said, Gavin, and Tim, and Kim, I'm glad I'm here and I'm not dead. And Gavin said to me from across the room, he was sitting on the bench where the Eagle Scout recipients sit. Gavin said to me, you taught me that in a sermon. And I thought, I wonder how I did that. But then I remember a conversation that we had, it's been a while, about the great cloud of witnesses. The witnesses, the great cloud of them. And Gavin remembered that. And what he meant when he said, even those who are dead, is the great cloud of witnesses. And so, how we witness is how we live our lives. The words that we say, the actions that we take. Because Gavin remembered that conversation from a previous, while back conversation. Jesus says to us, look, you're my witnesses now. How you live, how you treat each other, how you share the gospel, how you care for people around you, the words that you say, the actions that you take, that's how you're my witnesses. And friends, I think that's such an important call on you and on me. And I left there Sunday thinking, wow, what I said to him stuck. It stuck. And we ought to take that seriously if we're going to be real witnesses to the resurrected Christ in our lives. So I hope that we'll just take that into account. All that we say, all that we do, the actions that we take, somebody's listening, somebody's watching. And you and I, if we call ourselves Christian, then we really are witnesses to the risen Christ. So that's the word for today from McDonald's in Coldwater, Ohio. Thanks for joining me this morning, carving out time, saying good morning to me this morning. I'm going to look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.